Edusolus Education with Peace of Mind.
Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to our channel Edusolus, that is education with a peace of mind. तो फ्रेंड्स, आज के इस वीडियो में हम देखने वाले हैं व्हाट आर काउंटेबल एंड अनकाउंटेबल नाउन्स, जिसको हम काउंट नाउन्स या नॉन काउंट नाउन्स भी बोलते हैं. ओके, सो दिस इज द पार्ट 2 ऑफ आवर नाउन्स. सो अगर आप लोगों ने पार्ट 1 नहीं देखा है सो प्लीज पॉज राइट हियर, गो बैक टू दैट वीडियो जहां पे मैंने नाउन्स के बेसिक चीजों के बारे में डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया है, ओवरव्यू दिया है. सो प्लीज रेफर टू दैट वीडियो, see it properly and then come back for the part 2. Alright, so let's start with what are countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So like I said in the previous video, I had already explained the different categories of nouns जिसके बारे में हमने एक overview देखा था. But in these different parts, I am going to teach you in depth about these categories of nouns. Okay, so starting here with part 2, first uncountable and countable nouns. So let's see what are countable and uncountable nouns. So here फर्स्ट थिंग, काउंटेबल नाउन रेफर्स टू थिंग्स दैट कैन बी काउंटेड. सो जैसे कि उसका नाम दिया ही है, इट इज काउंटेबल. दैट मीन्स द नाउन, द थिंग्स, द ऑब्जेक्ट्स, द पीपल, द प्लेसेस, द एनिमल्स, एवरीथिंग, समथिंग विच यू कैन एक्चुअली गो अहेड एंड काउंट, जिसको आप फिजिकली काउंट कर सकते हो. सो काउंटेबल रेफर्स टू थिंग्स दैट कैन बी काउंटेड. दे हैव सिंगुलर एंड प्लूरल फॉर्म्स. सो इफ आई कैन काउंट थिंग्स, दैट मीन्स it can be 1, 2, 3, 4 or many, right? So that means it definitely has a singular form to it and a plural form to it. So या वो एक चीज भी हो सकता है या it can be many things. Okay, let's see the examples. So if I say table, the plural form is tables. अगर singular day है, plural form is going to be days. Similarly, pen, pens, dress, dresses, chair, chairs. Okay, so there are so many objects, so many things जिसको हम काउंट कर सकते हैं. सो दे विल फॉल अंडर द कैटेगरी ऑफ काउंटेबल. ऑल्सो हाउ मेनी ऑफ देम आर प्रेजेंट, डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ दोज थिंग्स आर प्रेजेंट, वी आर गोइंग टू कैटेगराइज देम एज either singular or plural forms. Now, a countable noun becomes plural by adding s at the end of the word. Okay, now usually this is the very basic rule about countable nouns. If you add s to your any noun, it becomes as a plural form. Okay, but there are so many ways in which you can make a singular thing into a plural thing just by adding s, by adding es. Okay, also by changing the vowels in between. That also you can, that is how you can make singular to plural. So there are many ways in which you can make a word from singular to plural, but ये जो एक basic चीज है, that is it goes with majority of the words in English, with majority of nouns in English, कि आपको बस उस noun के आगे s ऐड करना है and that's how you can make it plural. ठीक है, अभी यहाँ पे exceptions देखते हैं. तो जैसे मैं आपको बता रही थी, there are certain exceptions. It's not like कि जितने भी nouns है उसके आगे आप s ऐड कर दो and it will be plural. No, that's not the case. There are certain exceptions to it. Example, woman, women, child, children, goose, geese. Okay, that means essentially what I'm doing is I am, especially with words like woman, goose, man. Okay, so here what I'm doing is I'm just simply changing the vowel. Okay, so a here changes to e, hence woman becomes women. Similarly, man becomes men. Okay, in case of goose, I'm changing these two vowels. I'm changing the o's and I'm replacing it with e. So goose will become geese. Okay, and then another exception is child, means one single child, singular, and if you talk about many, they will be called as children. So there are certain exception words, exception nouns who do not essentially follow the rule of adding an s after them. Okay, so these are basically the categories of countable nouns which you can count. Next we have uncountable nouns. Now uncountable nouns, obviously something which you cannot count, something which cannot be counted, जिसको हम 1, 2, 3, 4 ऐसे न्यूमेरिकल्स नहीं दे सकते, जिसको हम काउंट नहीं कर सकते. So they have a singular form and do not have a plural form. So this is a major difference between countable and uncountable. अगर हम किसी चीज को काउंट कर सकते हैं तो हम बता सकते हैं कि वो 1 है या 10 है. So whether it's single or whether it's plural. But with uncountable, you cannot really mention about its plural form. Okay, you can only talk about its singular form. Okay, so they do not have a plural form to them. Example, you can't, so another very important thing, you can't add an s to it. जैसे हम countable noun के लिए singular से plural बनाने के लिए we used to add s after the noun. This is something which is not to be done in uncountable noun. So you can't add an s to it. Examples देखते हैं, milk, rice, hair, wisdom, advice, knowledge. All of these things are uncountable. So you can't really go ahead and count your hair, can you? No. Can you count the amount of milk? Can you count like 1 milk, 2 milk, or maybe 1 drop, 2 drop? No, you can't really count it, right? If I ask you to count a cup of milk, can you count it? No, you cannot. Okay, so that's why it comes under a uncountable category. Also things like wisdom, knowledge, advice, information, ये भी सारे जितने words हैं इनको आप count नहीं कर सकते. You can't say like 1 knowledge, 2 knowledge, 3 knowledge. No. Okay, so these are some of the things, and mind you, these words are abstract. ठीक है, advice हो गया, wisdom हो गया, knowledge हो गया. These are abstract nouns. Okay, which I've already explained you in the last video. So please make sure you see that first so that you will understand this video better. Alright, now let's see few examples how to use these uncountable nouns in a sentence. So, I needed some advice, so I went to the therapist. Okay, I needed some advice. Did I write I needed 1 advice, I needed 3 advice? No, yeah, 3 advices. No, that's completely wrong. Okay, so I needed some advice. आप advice को count नहीं कर सकते हैं, तो वो आ जाता है uncountable noun में. Similarly, information. The information is concealed. Concealed का मतलब होता है the information is well protected. It's nicely hidden. It is concealed. So information. Again, you cannot have, any form of counting for the information. 1 information or 2 information. It is a piece of information, right? So hence it comes under uncountable noun. So I hope this part is clear to you. Make sure whenever you study countable and uncountable nouns, you always refer to examples. That way you will know which words will fall under countable and uncountable. Okay, but even if, so you don't have to really mug up the words. आपको किसी भी words को या list of words को आपको रट्टा नहीं मारना है. What you have to do basically is just understand this basic concept. It is as simple as things which you can count. Okay, and the things which have both the forms singular and plural, तो वो सारी चीजें आ जाती है countable में. And the things which you cannot count and the things जिसका plural form exist नहीं करता है, they will all fall under uncountable nouns. Okay. Now here are few of the words which I have mentioned. Mind you, there are many other words, but for this particular slide, I'm just mentioning a few words in front of you. So countable में कौन से words आते हैं? Scene, dog, pen, tree, woman, shop, ship, house, book. Okay, so I can actually go ahead and count how many dogs, how many pens, or is it a single pen? Is it a single shop? Is it one single ship or fleet of ships? Okay, house, book. All of these things are something which I can count. Scene, first scene, second scene, third scene, like in movies, they have scenes, right? They shoot the film in scenes. So you can still go ahead and count the number of scenes, right? Now, if I say scenery, I can't say 1 scenery, 2 scenery or 3 scenery. Okay, so just make sure that अगर उस word का अगर एक form भी change हो जाता है, it might get into uncountable category. Okay, so you can't categorize scenery as countable, whereas scene can be included as a countable noun. Now let's see what are the list for uncountable. Jewelry, pure, love, money, research. Like I said, scenery, evidence, luggage, baggage, garbage, homework. Okay. Now in case of jewelry, she has an amazing collection of jewelry. Okay, so when I say this, jewelry, it is understood that it includes a lot of things. It's a bunch of things which are present and they all form the jewelry. So similarly, you can't really count that jewelry. ओके, लव, फियर, सो दीज आर ऑल एब्स्ट्रैक्ट, ये सारे एब्स्ट्रैक्ट नाउन की कैटेगरी में आते हैं। समथिंग लाइक एविडेंस, ओके, evidence is again, you can't say one evidence, two evidence, you can't count it. Okay. Talking about homework, so the teacher says, I have given you 3 homework. No, that's wrong, right? I have given you a homework, that's the correct way to say. That means homework का कोई plural form exist नहीं करता है. The teacher never says homeworks, I have given you 3 homeworks. That's wrong, right? So homework is an uncountable noun, and as you read all these words, you will see that किसी भी noun के आगे, किसी भी uncountable noun के आगे, there is no s which is added. That means there are no plural forms of these words. Okay, similarly with luggage, I have checked in the luggage. We don't say I checked in the luggages or baggages. That's wrong. Luggage, baggage, it is understood that it is a collection of, lot of things. तो हम उसको एज अ सिंगुलर ही, तो उसके साथ जो वर्ब आएगा वो हमेशा सिंगुलर होगा. ओके, सो these are the few words which are generally asked in your exam, especially words like jewelry, luggage, baggage, money. Okay, these kind of words are asked in your exam, so you make sure that you understand the difference between the two, countable and uncountable. Next, we are going to see some important features related to countable and uncountable. Now, this will make you understand this particular noun in more depth. Okay, so सबसे पहला feature है use of determiners. ठीक है, so we will get into this. What are determiners? Second feature है use of quantifiers. Okay, and जो third feature है वो है subject verb agreement. Okay, let's see each of these features. इसका मतलब है अगर आपको countable और uncountable noun के बीच में if you have to differentiate, you can differentiate based on these 3 important features. So let's start first with determiners. Now the word itself tells you determiners, that means they will determine कि what this noun is about. ठीक है, so अगर हमको इसको define करना है, so determiners modify nouns, इसका मतलब है ये हमेशा noun को describe करेंगे. ठीक है, modify noun का मतलब होता है to give more information about noun. noun के बारे में और ज्यादा जानकारी देने वाले जो words होते हैं उनको हम बोलते हैं determiners. And usually ये सारे जो determiners होते हैं ये उस noun के पहले आते हैं. They will always appear before that noun at the start. Okay, so a determiner usually appears at the beginning of the noun phrases and works as an adjective to modify the nouns. ठीक है, adjectives भी वही काम करते हैं. In any given sentence अगर उस noun के बारे में कोई descriptive word use किया है तो वो word हो जाता है adjective. ठीक है, so let's see which are the determiners we have. The very first is the definite article. ठीक है, अब इसमें आ जाते हैं आर्टिकल्स, बिकॉज आर्टिकल्स आर समथिंग जो हम हमेशा नाउन के पहले यूज करते हैं. ओके, तो इसमें दोनों तरह के आर्टिकल्स आते हैं, आर्टिकल द विच इज अ डेफिनेट आर्टिकल और आर्टिकल ए और एम विच इज अ इनडेफिनेट आर्टिकल. ठीक है, तो इनके बेसिकली इनके टाइटल में, इनके नेमिंग में ही हमें पता चलता है कि डेफिनेट आर्टिकल का मतलब है जो चीज डिफाइंड है या जो चीज स्पेसिफाइड है सेंटेंस में, या जो नाउन या जो वर्ड हम डिफाइन कर रहे हैं तो उसी वर्ड के आगे हम द यूज कर सकते हैं. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नोन एज अ डेफिनेट आर्टिकल. ओके, सेकंड है इनडेफिनेट. दैट मीन्स जिस चीजों के बारे में हमें नहीं पता है, द थिंग्स विच आर कॉमन, द थिंग्स विच आर जनरल. So for that we use indefinite article which is either a or an depending on what the word is. Okay, third है हमारा possessives. Possessives में usually हम use करते हैं words like my, your, his, her, our, their, its, whose. Okay, so all these words they all fall under as the possessive nouns. Next you have the demonstratives. Demonstrative का मतलब होता है to demonstrate, to show, okay, to point out. So this, that, these, those, इसको हम बोलते हैं demonstrative. मतलब ये हमें उस नाउन की तरफ वो पॉइंट आउट करते हैं या वो नाउन को वो दर्शाते हैं, इसीलिए उनको बोलते हैं हम डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव्स. Then you have interrogatives, the one which is going to ask questions. Okay, so interrogatives are things like which and what. Okay, so these are some of the determiners which you have, and they usually come before the noun, and hence by coming before the noun they are actually telling you कि what that noun is about. तो वो उस noun के बारे में हमें और ज्यादा information बताते हैं. ठीक है, so let's now see few examples. Now these are all mixed examples. First है I want the book you borrowed yesterday. ठीक है, so when you read this sentence, I have marked some part in yellow here. So I want the book you borrowed yesterday. मतलब कल जो book borrow की थी या okay, or the book which you had taken from me yesterday, मुझे वही book चाहिए. Okay, I don't want any other book of yours. I want the book which you took from me yesterday. तो यहाँ पे बहुत ही स्पेसिफिक बताया गया है उस नाउन के बारे में कि कोई रैंडम बुक नहीं है या कोई दूसरा बुक नहीं है. इट्स नॉट सम जनरल बुक. इट इज द बुक विच यू हैव बोरोड. So that's the difference. This is what is known as being defined, or this is what is known as being specific about that noun. So hence the book is absolutely right. You're being very specific about the book. Next है give me a pen from the drawer. ठीक है, अभी in the second sentence give me a pen from the drawer. That means drawer में maybe बहुत सारे pens रहेंगे. So you can pick any of the pen and you can give me. So it is a very general way of addressing that noun. यहाँ पे आप बहुत ही generalized way में उस noun को बोल रहे हो कि give me a pen from the drawer. अभी यहाँ पे दो चीजों को मैंने येलो में हाईलाइट किया है. सो अ पेन है एंड द ड्रॉर है. दैट मीन्स ड्रॉर इज वेरी स्पेसिफिक. दिस इज द ड्रॉर जिसमें वो पेन्स है. ओके, सो आई एम बीइंग वेरी स्पेसिफिक अबाउट द ड्रॉर. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम यूजिंग द ड्रॉर. ओके, सो नॉट एनी अदर ड्रॉर्स इन द हाउस बट दैट वन स्पेसिफिक ड्रॉर जिसमें वो पेन्स रखे हुए हैं. ठीक है, और जो दूसरा पार्ट है दैट इज अ पेन. सो अ पेन का मतलब होता है एनी पेन विच यू फाइंड इन दैट ड्रॉर. ऐसे नहीं कि मुझे ब्लू ही चाहिए, मुझे ब्लैक ही चाहिए या रेड ही चाहिए. नो, या मुझे इसी कंपनी का पेन लाके दो. नो, इट्स नॉट गिवन दैट वे. ठीक है, सो इट इज गिवन एज अ पेन. दैट मीन्स एनी पेन विच इज लाइंग इन दैट ड्रॉर. सो दैट इज हाउ यू जनरलाइज द नाउन by using article a or an. Whereas in the later part of the sentence we have used the drawer, which is quite specific, quite defined, that you know which drawer to go and look for the pen. Next is his house is near the bridge. That means the house which belongs to him is near the bridge. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो गया? This sentence, the one which is highlighted in yellow, his house. So this is actually telling you about the ownership of the person. So the house which is owned by him, okay, and no one else, that is near the bridge. So this word his is telling us about possession or ownership or even belongingness. And the last example, those birds are beautiful. That means I'm pointing out towards those birds which are maybe flying high in the sky, and I'm saying that those birds are beautiful. Okay, so मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? I'm demonstrating towards them. I'm pointing out towards them, and I'm saying that those birds are beautiful. Okay, so this is how the determiners are used in a sentence. Now, if you notice these 4 examples, तो जितने भी noun है sentence में, उसके आगे ये determiners को हमने use किया है. So determiners का जो position होगा sentence में वो कहाँ होगा? It will be just before the noun. Okay, and based on your determiners, whether you're using the, whether you're using a and, whether you're using any demonstrative or possessive, so depending on that, we will understand the meaning of that sentence in a more better way. Okay, so I hope this part is clear to everyone. Next हम आ जाते हैं अभी quantifiers पे. Okay, now when you read this word quantifiers, so that means it is somewhat associated to quantity. It is somehow hinting towards quantity. So yes, ये वर्ड बेसिकली क्वांटिटी से ही लिया गया है. सो व्हाट आर क्वांटिफायर्स? दे ऑल्सो मॉडिफाई अ नाउन. तो जिस तरह से हमारे डिटरमाइनर्स नाउन को मॉडिफाई करते हैं या उस नाउन के बारे में हमें और ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं, सिमिलरली जो क्वांटिफाइंग वर्ड्स है in your nouns, they are also telling us something about the quantity. How much is the quantity? So the quantifiers are any, all, many, much, most, some, a few, and a lot of, a little, a large amount of, none, and all your cardinal numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so इतने सारे हमारे पास quantifiers हैं. So what exactly these quantifiers do in a sentence? तो जैसे कि मैंने आपको बोला, फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई भी अनकाउंटेबल नाउन है जिसको आप काउंट नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है, तो इन दैट केस हम यूज करेंगे क्वांटिफायर्स. तो क्वांटिफायर्स एक तरह के मेजरिंग वर्ड्स भी है जिसमें हम बोल सकते हैं कि यू नो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू कैन रीड हियर, आई हैव सम मनी लेफ्ट विथ मी. मनी क्या था? मनी वॉज अ अनकाउंटेबल नाउन. You can't really count money like 1 money, 2 money, 3 money, no. But if I quantify it, if I say dollars, if I say euros, if I say rupees, then I can say that I have 100 rupees, I have $100, okay, I have 1 euro. So that is how you can quantify based on certain measuring units. ठीक है? So example में यहाँ लिखा है I have some money left with me. So please remember, if it is money, then it is uncountable. But if you're sure about the what type of money it is, where it is coming from, so all of that details if you are aware of, then you can put it under countable noun. Okay, so I have some money left. तो ये जो sum है, that is your quantifiers. So sum is like not very much also, but it's not like कि मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं है. It's not like that. It's somewhere like I have some money left. थोड़ा बहुत है. It's not like I have too much. It's not like I have very very less that I'm almost about to run out of money. But something is there. Next है, many people have different perception about the same thing. So now here the quantifying word is many. तो हम many कब use करते हैं? When you really can't count how many. आपको अगर in the sentence also, if you're not aware of how many people have the different perceptions, तो उसके जगह आप क्या यूज कर सकते हो? आप यूज कर सकते हो many people. And if I know the exact number, then I can say 100 people have different perception or 1000 people have different perception. Okay, so if you know the exact cardinal number, जैसे कि यहाँ पे mention किया गया है, then you can definitely use it before the noun. Or even if you don't know, if you are unaware about the exact figure or the exact number, in that case you will use these quantifying terms. Okay, जैसे यहाँ पे many दिया है तो मैं यहाँ पे few भी use कर सकती हूँ. Few people have different perception. Yeah, I can even use most of the people have a different perception. Yeah, all of them have different perception. So I can just use different quantifying words and accordingly just slightly modify my sentence. ठीक है, तो सेम एग्जाम्पल लेके भी हम अलग अलग यहाँ पे क्वांटिफायर्स यूज कर सकते हैं. ओके, यू जस्ट हैव टू चेंज द सेंटेंस लिटिल बिट, बट ओवरऑल द मीनिंग रिमेन्स द सेम. ओके, सो दीज आर नोन एज योर क्वांटिफाइंग वर्ड्स. As you can see here, so there is a picture, there is an image of dollars, there is a bottle of milk, and there is like a wardrobe, and all the clothes are kind of stacked. So here, if you notice, when you are very specific about the money, like whether it's rupees or dollars or euros or any other type of this thing, you know, in that case you can say that exact amount. But if you don't know, let's say if you don't know how much is your bank balance, you will say, okay, I have some money left in my bank. Okay, or you will say I have no money left in the bank, or you can also say I have hardly any money left in the bank. So in different ways you can use the different quantifiers in the sentence. Similarly with milk, some milk left in the fridge, or you can have something like a large amount of milk is there in the fridge. Okay, so you can just take different quantifying words and try to use them with different nouns in the sentence, especially, so these are all uncountable nouns. Okay, even clothes, it falls under uncountable. So remember, with countable nouns, what are the things you can add as quantifiers? A, and, the, this, that, these, those, none, 1, 2, 3. So these are basically, this is a complete list of your determiners as well as the quantifiers. So this is what you will use with a countable noun, something which you can count. So example, few of my friends will be visiting today. Okay, few of my friends. So here I'm just mentioning, I'm using the quantifier few. Okay, you can also say a few. So a few of my students visited me, or a few of my students attended the class. Okay, so a few आप use कर सकते हो. Similarly, so all these things are, it can be used with a countable noun. Then with uncountable nouns, which are the specific words, quantifying words or determiners which you can use? So the use करते हैं uncountable के लिए. Remember this, the is always used with uncountable. You can't say a milk or an milk. You have to say the milk. Alright, so the, this, that, none, much, a large amount of, a little, little, less, less than, a lot of, some, any, all of these words will fall under uncountable category. Okay, so next हम आ जाते हैं subject verb agreement. So what is the subject verb agreement? So like I told you in the previous lecture that you can actually go ahead and form an English sentence if you know these two things. ठीक है, तो just on the basis of these two things, अगर आपको sentence का subject पता है, subject क्या होता है, basically noun होता है, तो अगर आपको sentence में subject पता है और आपको verb पता है, if you know how to use the verb, then you can easily form a sentence. Okay, for example, the shortest sentence in English is I am. This is the shortest sentence in English. So I is a subject, am is a verb. Right? Now, what happens here about a subject verb agreement? So here the base rule about subject verb agreement is that अगर subject singular है तो verb भी singular होगा, अगर subject plural form में है तो verb भी आपका plural form में होगा. In short, अगर आपका noun singular है, verb भी singular, noun plural है, verb भी plural. This is a very basic, or we can say the ground rule of subject verb agreement. Okay, so let's understand this in the form of countable and uncountable noun. So countable nouns may take singular or plural forms. That means they may take singular or plural verbs. Example, our student is performing at the competition tonight. So when I say our student is performing, student क्या होता है? एक single student, one person only, singular है. So I'm saying our student is performing at the competition tonight. So there's only one student who is performing at the competition tonight. Then when I say our students are performing at the competition tonight, that means I'm talking about many students who are performing in the competition. तो यहाँ पे subject verb agreement कैसे हुआ? Student जो है in the first example, student is singular, तो इसके साथ जो हमने verb use किया है is, that is also singular. यहाँ पे आप कोई दूसरा plural form का verb नहीं use कर सकते because आपका subject जो है वो ही singular है. So student is singular, verb is also singular, is. अगर students है plural form में है तो verb भी plural है, which is we are using the verb are. Now remember ये जो verbs है is, are, was, were, ये सारे जो verbs है they are called as the helping verbs in English. ठीक है, ये मेन वर्ब्स नहीं है, इनको हम बोलते हैं हेल्पिंग वर्ब्स. बट दीज हेल्पिंग वर्ब्स विल ऑल्सो टेल यू कि वेदर योर नाउन इज सिंगुलर और प्लूरल. यहाँ पे मैं स्टूडेंट आर परफॉर्मिंग नहीं लिख सकती. अगर मुझे आर यूज करना है तो मुझे इस सब्जेक्ट के आगे एस लगाना होगा. ठीक है, सो इसीलिए जो सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब का जो एक कोऑर्डिनेशन है इन अ सेंटेंस, दे शुड गो हैंड इन हैंड. ओके, दे शुड फॉलो ईच अदर. Then and then only your sentence will appear grammatically correct. Next है nouns such as luggage, baggage, furniture, jewelry. They are uncountable nouns and they take singular verbs. ठीक है, अभी जो uncountable nouns है, uncountable nouns का सबसे important रूल क्या था कि उसका कोई plural form नहीं होता है. So there is nothing like luggages, furnitures, jewelries. Okay? तो दे हैव सिंगुलर फॉर्म्स, तो इसीलिए वो हमेशा सिंगुलर वर्ब्स लेते हैं. प्लूरल फॉर्म एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता तो प्लूरल वर्ब क्यों लेंगे. ओके, सो एग्जांपल देखते हैं. द फर्नीचर इन दिस हाउस इज वेल केप्ट. So here I'm not using furnitures. Okay, I'm saying the furniture in this house is well kept. Yeah, यहाँ पे I'm not using something like a furniture in this house. Because when I use a furniture or an furniture, they both are wrong, first of all. And secondly, a और an जो है वो हमेशा countable noun के साथ use होता है. Uncountable noun के साथ जो determiner use होता है, especially in articles, is article the only. तो इसलिए यहाँ पे मैंने the use किया है. So the furniture in this house is well kept. Next है, these nouns have the plural endings, but they take a singular verb. Okay, so there are certain nouns in English जो plural ending होता है. So हम plural ending किसको बोलते हैं? Which ends with s. Because that was the basic rule what we read कि अगर हमें countable को uncountable में convert करना है, what you have to do is, या जैसे हमें singular को plural में convert करना है, what you have to do is you have to just add an s to it, right? So बट यहाँ पे ये जो नाउन्स है या ये जो वर्ड्स है, दे आर ऑलरेडी एंडिंग विथ एस. दैट मीन्स दे आर ऑलरेडी इन देयर प्लूरल फॉर्म. सो यू कैन जस्ट एड वन मोर एस टू मेक इट एनीथिंग एल्स, राइट? तो यहाँ पे ये जो नाउन्स है, दे ऑलरेडी हैव प्लूरल एंडिंग्स बट दे टेक अ सिंगुलर वर्ब. दे विल नॉट टेक अ प्लूरल वर्ब. एग्जाम्पल, द न्यूज फ्लैशिंग ऑन टीवी इज फेक. अब यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे न्यूज जो वर्ड है, द नाउन न्यूज, इट्स ऑलरेडी एंडिंग विथ एस. इट इज, दैट मीन्स इट हैज अ प्लूरल एंडिंग टू इट. नाउ, so I am not saying a news flashing on TV is fake, या an news flashing on TV is fake. No. Okay, या 3 news flashing on TV is fake. Alright, so news जो है वो already plural form में है, it's ending with s. बट जो वो वर्ब लेने वाला है, दैट वर्ब इज गोइंग टू बी सिंगुलर. एंड सिंस सिंगुलर है, अनकाउंटेबल है, तो इसीलिए हम यूज करेंगे आर्टिकल द बिफोर इट. सो द न्यूज फ्लैशिंग ऑन टीवी इज फेक. ऑल्सो विथ सब्जेक्ट्स, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ सब्जेक्ट्स लाइक मैथमेटिक्स, फिजिक्स, इकोनॉमिक्स. ओके, ये जितने भी सब्जेक्ट्स है विच आर एंडिंग विथ एस. ओके, सो दीज सब्जेक्ट्स, when you use them in a sentence, mathematics is not my forte. That means I don't really like mathematics. So I will say mathematics is not my forte. I'm not saying mathematics are not my forte. Okay, so please make sure here the verb which I'm using is singular, is. Mathematics is not my forte. That means वो मेरे समझ के ही बाहर है. Okay, which is the fact actually. So mathematics is not my forte. So remember, even with the subjects which ends with s, you do need to make sure कि जो उसके साथ verb use होगा, that has to be singular and not in plural form. Alright, so this was all about the subject verb agreement. The base rule is, if your subject is singular, verb is singular. If your subject is plural, the verb is also going to be plural. Okay, but these 2-3 points are certain exceptions which you need to keep in mind. Also, the last point here, all uncountable nouns associated with clothes are plural uncountables. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे एक बहुत बड़ा एक्सेप्शन है कि any forms of uncountable nouns which are associated with clothes especially, okay, जो कपड़े होते हैं, the clothes, they are plural uncountables. For example, jeans, shorts, socks. Okay, these are what? These are basically the clothing items. So you don't say give me 2 jeans. No, you will say give me a pair of jeans or a pair of shorts. Okay, or a pair of, even like with your spectacles, your glasses, scissors, ये जो tools होते हैं, accessories होते हैं, उसके साथ भी हम उसको हम plural uncountables ही रखते हैं. So you don't say give me 1 scissor. Say give me a pair of scissors. Yeah, you say tongs. Give me a pair of tongs. Okay, or spectacles or glasses, pair of glasses. So remember, उसके साथ हम with uncountable nouns associated with clothes or any tools, we use plural uncountables only. All right. So these were the important features, the 3 important features associated with countable and uncountable nouns. So whenever you study this particular topic, you will revolve around these 3 features. So first was determiners, using articles, using them, the demonstratives, using possessive words. So determiners are one. Then you have the quantifiers, which is going to tell you the quantity, like how much. Accordingly, it is going to differ for, singular and plural. And then the third important feature is the subject-verb agreement. So your noun and the verb in the sentence, they have to go hand in hand. If they miscoordinate, okay, or if they do not coordinate well with each other, your sentence will completely be grammatically wrong. All right. So make sure you study these 3 features whenever you study uncountable, countable nouns. So that's it from my side, everyone. I hope this session was helpful to you, and please do let me know in the chat box. I'm open to your feedbacks. Let me know if you want to have videos on any other topics. All right, I will definitely make videos. Please let me know in the comment section, and if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button and give me a big thumbs up. I'll see you in my next class, everyone. Thank you so much and happy learning.